The haunting of Hollow Bridge. In the quaint town of Eldridge, a foreboding structure loomed on the outskirts, Hollow Bridge. This dilapidated relic, surrounded by tales of sorrow and despair, stood ominously near Eldridge High School. Whispers of its sinister past echoed through the town, with locals sharing spine-chilling accounts of those who had mysteriously vanished in its vicinity. It was said that anyone daring enough to approach the bridge after dark would be swallowed by an unknown malevolence. One fateful autumn evening, 3 adventurous friends, Daniel, Ella, and Tula, decided to confront the eerie legends. Fueled by youthful bravado and a thirst for thrills, they ventured toward Hollow Bridge, armed with nothing more than flashlights and a sense of invincibility. As they drew nearer, the air thickened with an unsettling chill, and an unnatural fog rolled in, transforming the bridge into an apparition rising from the depths of a nightmare. "Are you really sure about this?" Ella's voice trembled with apprehension as her heart raced. What if the stories are more than just tales? "Come on, Ella. It's just an old bridge," Daniel replied, though his own confidence was wavering. Tula, the boldest of the trio, strode ahead, her pulse quickening with excitement and trepidation. Upon reaching the bridge's center, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. The light-hearted banter that had filled their journey evaporated, replaced by an eerie stillness, broken only by the unsettling creaking of the ancient wood beneath their feet. Without warning, the ground quaked violently, and the shadows around them began to stretch and twist like a living entity. "Did you feel that?" Tula whispered, her bravado slipping away. Before they could gather their thoughts, a deep, mournful wail resonated from beneath the bridge. The sound was haunting, wrapping around them like a chilling embrace. Daniel's flashlight flickered erratically, casting errant beams that illuminated the dense fog. In that moment, they saw it. A figure, ghostly and contorted, standing ominously at the far end of the bridge, its hollow eyes boring into the very souls. "Run!" Ella screamed, panic surging through her veins. But the sinister forces at play rendered escape impossible. The bridge shook violently, and the figure began to glide toward them, its limbs elongating with an unnatural grace. Terror gripped their hearts as they turned to flee, but the fog thickened around them, disorienting their senses. "Where's the way out?" Tula cried, desperation lacing her voice. The bridge appeared to warp and distort, sealing off any hope of escape. In their frantic search for an exit, they stumbled upon a series of rusted cars, abandoned and decayed, parked haphazardly along the bridge's edges, remnants of those who had come before and vanished without a trace. "Look!" Daniel exclaimed, pointing with trembling fingers. Among the wreckage, they spotted a familiar backpack, Tula's. How did it end up here? In that harrowing instant, they understood the grim truth. The stories were not mere folklore. The bridge was a sinister trap, a malevolent entity that thrived on their fear and despair. The wails intensified, closing in on them like a suffocating fog. The figure drew nearer, its grotesque visage now illuminated, a mask twisted by despair and fury, a reflection of countless souls lost to the darkness. In what would become their final moments of clarity, Ella, Daniel, and Tula clutched one another tightly, realizing that Hollow Bridge was not just an old structure. It was a gateway to the tormented spirits who had once roamed its length. As a figure reached out with skeletal fingers, the world around them blurred into chaos, and they felt themselves being inexorably drawn into the shadows. Days passed. merging into weeks. Yet the townsfolk remained haunted by the absence of the three friends. Whispers filled the air, their disappearance transforming into a grim tale, a poignant reminder of the bridge's dark legacy. A search was hastily organized, but Hollow Bridge clung to its secrets, revealing nothing of Daniel, Illa, or Tula. As the sun dipped below the horizon each evening, the townspeople dared not approach the ominous structure, fearful of the wails of the lost souls echoing through the thick fog. Parents warned their children to steer clear of the cursed bridge, and over time, it faded into a chilling legend. Yet, on quiet nights, if one listened closely, they could hear the faint, sorrowful voices of the trio, eternally trapped, calling out from the depths of the bridge, warning others of the fate that awaited the unwary.
If you enjoy this haunted story series and are eager to witness more of it, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Remember to stay safe until our next encounter.